Hey YouTube, Lizzie B here. If you want to make the assumption based on the way that I'm dressed that I went out and saw the movie Black Panther, you would be absolutely correct. I went and saw Black Panther this weekend and I saw it twice. That's how good it was. So I just wanted to talk about the movie a little bit in this video and also, just kind of wax poetic about the concept of having black people in a science fiction film. Many of you know that I am a Star Wars fanatic, but I'm, also kind of a sci-fi fanatic anyway. And so this was kind of a dream come true for me to see this movie. And yeah, I'm going to talk about that a little bit. So first of all, Black Panther is the only black, I believe, like major superhero within the Marvel Universe from what I've been told. And yeah, I didn't really do too much research on the whole world, and on the basis of Black Panther, because to be honest, I didn't know much about him. I knew the main, Captain America, Iron Man, that kind of thing. But, I did a little bit before I saw this movie, but I didn't, I forgot everything that I learned like immediately. But when I went into the theater, like I knew I was expecting to see something great because the trailers were so good. And I mean, I know that I wasn't the only one that felt that way, because almost every black person that I know, just every person that I know except for the haters, was like, oh my God, I'm so excited for this movie. Like, people couldn't wait. Everybody's planning their outfits, and myself included, and I was just like ready to cut up and act a fool with my husband. Like, every time we would see the commercials, we would get cold chills. Like, you could look at my arm and I would have cold chills. That's how excited I was about this movie. So, I'm not the most skeptical person in the world, but I try not to get too excited about movies, because when I see them, I'm just like, they didn't quite deliver as much as I wanted them to. So I try to kind of curb my expectations a little bit. And when it came to, the best example that I could use of that was Wonder Woman. I loved Wonder Woman. I thought it was very well done. The best out of the DC comic movies. But it wasn't perfect. Like, there were, some things in it that was kind of like a little hokey. The villains were very campy. But regardless, I walked out of it just so happy. Like, there was a scene in Wonder Woman where I was just crying. Well, not crying, but like, I had some tears going down my eyes, because, it was just beautiful seeing a woman, and a powerful woman, and so on and so forth. And I was just super excited about the film. Before seeing it, and then when I did see it, but I was able to identify so many errors in it that when people would say, oh, Wonder Woman was okay, like, I couldn't understand why they would say that. But I did think Wonder Woman was great. I liked it, I enjoyed it, and I think it was really, really important to women and to young girls and that kind of thing. Black Panther, on the other hand, I mean, it was so well done. Like, it was so well done. Like, even though I'm just a big proponent of seeing black people, I love Afrofuturism. I'm big into that. I'm even actually writing an Afrofuturistic novel, but that's its own thing. I don't even really want to talk too much about that, because I'm still kind of in the creative stages. But I'm obsessed with that world anyway, and this was like a dream, like they hit the sweet spot for sure. Like, they did not miss too many beats whatsoever. I want to see it again. Like, I don't see movies more than once. I don't go to the theaters more than once, but this is one of those movies where I will see it again and again, because I can't wait to own it, because I know when I own it, I'm going to watch it again and again. So, yeah, if you want my quick review, you already got it. 2 thumbs up. Like, it was the best. I feel like it may be the best movie of the year, and I don't know if that's a pessimistic thing to say, because maybe there's going to be some really great movies released, but right now, like, I couldn't imagine anything coming close, because it was so good. So first of all, I'll kind of talk about some of the elements of the film. Of course, I came, ready. I had my head wrap. I had my little necklace. I'll show you that. And, I was ready. Like, I was ready, but I was not the only one that was ready. I had 2 outfits picked out, because, the first time I went, I have a lot of African print stuff, so I had this really cute long skirt skirt and, you know, just different things or whatever. And this time, then the second time I wore this with a jumpsuit or whatever. But when I went both times, everybody was just dressed to the nines. Like people had dashikis on and, you know, a lot of head wraps, a lot of like big, beautiful jewelry. Some people had face makeup on and it was beautiful. Like I've never seen so many gorgeous looking people. Like just everybody just came in their best, you know, African clothes, and I was, you know, I was blown away. I thought it was amazing. Like it was just something to see, you know, it was a sight to behold. People taking pictures, people, you know, just doing the whatever, and I was here for it. So it was like it was an entire experience. The closest thing I could say that I've ever come to that is going to a Star Wars screening and everybody's like dressed up and they got the lightsabers and that kind of thing. But this was just, I mean, it took it to a whole nother level. And so we all went. The first time I went, you know, I'm just taking in all of the beauty of the production design, because that's one thing about this film. The production design is really well done. But and when I say that, I'm including like costume design. It was just gorgeous. It would, even if you didn't come dressed up, it made you want to get dressed up. And so we're just watching, you know, watching all of the, you know, beautiful costumes, the beautiful people, and I loved that there were so many darker skinned black people in this movie. That is one thing, you know, that I do find within the film industry, is that there is a lot of colorism, and a lot of people don't realize that. And you know, I'm not saying this to go against anybody that's of a lighter complexion. I'm just saying that I don't think that darker skinned black people are represented enough on the screen. And so, and you know, one of the reasons why you know they're not represented enough is that there's a lot of people that don't even know how to light for them. I've worked on a number of films, and in so many cases you have to find someone that that really knows how to light for darker complexions. And so that goes to show you how much you know, people don't even think about that. I remember one time I was actually buying a camera, or looking to rent a camera from a production company, and owned by a friend of mine, and it was like, you know, perfect camera for your alabaster complexion or something like that. That was like one of the descriptions for one of the cameras. So we do really have a film industry that really caters toward lighter complexions. So I love seeing this. I hope to see more of it. You know, I want this industry to show love to everybody of all shades, not gearing more toward lighter complexion people. So I found that to be just pleasing to the eye and just beautiful, and something I'm really happy to see. Secondly, what else? I mean, like the representation of women was just through the roof. Like the female characters in Black Panther are powerful, they're intelligent, they are motivated, they're like, everything about them, like they did not miss a beat. There was no point where you saw a trope kind of being played out. You know, the women were saving just as much as being saved. Like everybody was cooperating and working side by side. It wasn't there was not a damsel in distress to be found in this film. And that was awesome. You know, of course, the actors were just, all of the actors in this movie are people that I just love. Chadwick Boseman, Denai Guerrera, Lupita Nyong'o, Letitia Wright. Like all of these actors are people that I've seen in other things, and I'm like, I want to watch you. Like I will follow you anywhere you go. And I don't want to say there are a lot of actors like that, but I know those kind of actors when I see them. If I see you in something and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna follow you. Like what, I don't know what you're in, but I don't really care. Like if you're in it, I will watch it, even if it looks like a bad movie, but I doubt it because you're in it, so it can't be that bad. So that it's kind of like, for me, this movie was like an ensemble of all of the people that I feel that way about. And of course they didn't let me down. Like the acting was incredible. Like they were so good and so believable, and it was beautiful. Like I wanted to be in Wakanda so I could be around them. So I mean, that goes to show you how well written it is, because also Wakanda felt like it felt like it's a, you know, self-contained place, so much so that I would just watch a movie about Wakanda. Like, that's it. Like, if there was a Wakanda TV show, I'd be watching that every day. You know, I mean, Hollywood might want to consider that. I liked how funny it was. There were so many moments in there that was really, really funny. They tapped into a lot of things that are very relevant in the culture. A lot of things that you might see or hear, you know, amongst black people or amongst just, you know, people in general. And so it, you know, in a sense, like I said, they really hit the sweet spot in terms of culture. Like, they really, really did their research. And I do credit that to Ryan Coogler, who is the director for this film and also a co-writer. And he did an incredible job of like tapping into what's relevant, what's cool, what people are saying, what people are doing, and what people want to see. And I think that's probably because he probably was giving us what he wanted to see on screen as well. Because I know if I'm hungry to see Afrofuturism and see, you know, black people portrayed in certain ways, and just, you know, to be able to enjoy films and feel like I'm being represented, I know he must feel that way as well. And so he really did a good job of bringing that forth, and just really, really, I mean, the directing was awesome. I could go on and on. I mean, ultimately it was a great movie. I'm looking forward to seeing it again and then finally owning it. And I can't wait for all of you to see it. So please see it if you get a chance. I promise you, if I do any more movie reviews, they're not all gonna be like this. But yeah, this one is like, I love this movie. I cannot say enough about it. See it once, see it twice. I hope you saw it this weekend, so it contributed to the box office numbers that it did get. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about it. So go see Black Panther. I'm excited for you to tell me what you think in the comments below. And that's it. Have a great day. Have a great week. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye.